So what we're going to do, we're taking all these plastic guards off. We're going to do a complete flush. We're going to reseal all the corners, all the joints, make sure there's no leaking coming from under the gutter. Then we're going to install our recommended gutter guard. I get asked all the time about gutter systems. So today, I'm going where no man, woman, or child should ever have to go. I'm going inside the gutter to teach you everything I know about cleaning, repairing, and installing rain gutters. This is In the Gutter with Chapel Gutter. Let's go. We're diving deeper. We got a service call to do a clean out. When we arrived, we noticed these gutter guards. They have plastic gutter guards. The sun has just morphed these guards to death, honestly. The screens are ripping off of the guards. Look, they're not firm to the gutter. When they were originally installed, they were like this. These plastic gutter guards, kind of a cheap, definitely a cheap version of a gutter guard. Not my recommended guard. When we pull these off, because of all the morphing and just not sitting firmly on the gutter, look at all this debris that has gotten into the gutter system. So what we're going to do, we're taking all these plastic guards off. We're going to do a complete flush. We're going to reseal all the corners, all the joints, make sure there's no leaking coming from under the gutter. Then we're going to install our recommended gutter guard. This is an aluminum self-locking guard. It doesn't go underneath the shingle. Instead, it sits right inside the drip edge. You'll see how they go in later. Yeah, today's gonna be fun. First thing you do whenever we start cleaning out the gutters, we're got Jeremy here. Jeremy's gonna jump up on the roof and he's gonna start blowing off all the valleys to get any leaves and debris that would fall in the gutter eventually. Just get it off the roof while we're cleaning the gutters. Before we clean the gutters, that way we scoop all that out during the process. Jeremy's now off the roof. He blew all of the valleys off. There's no debris on the roof. And I'm actually going to pass the camera off to him, and he's going to explain the next step.
Hey guys, Jeremy back again with Chapel Gutter. We're in the process of putting on new gutter guards. So, we've already gone over step 1. We've cleaned out the valleys. Step 2, we take all these abominations off the roof and get all the gutters open and free. And, of course, with these things, the best thing to do is get rid of them. So, now we're on to step 3. And so, on step 3, we come over and we check out all the remains that those plastic guards have left behind. So, as you can see, there's just a lot of it right here. So we put it in the bucket. We have to go through by hand and clean out the gutters just to ensure that the next step is a lot easier. We're on to step 4 now. So after step 3, we've gone through with our hands and we've cleaned out the gutter to the best of our ability. What that does is it makes step 4 that much easier. We come through with the hose and we water down pretty much everything else that's left. We try to get it as clean as possible. So whenever we go to seal the corners and or in pieces, depending on where we find leaks, whenever we're running through on step 4, we end up finding the weak points. We'll seal them up in the next step.
Step 5 is very important before we install gutter guards because our goal is to put gutter guards on and never have to take them off. There is a leak right here. Step 5 is going to take care of that. Step 5 is sealing all of the leaks in the corners of these gutters. So we're going to put new seals everywhere where we find leaks. You can see right back in here, the leak is actually happening. There's a little hole right there, and there's actually a crack that goes all the way up the seam of the back of this gutter. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to make sure there's no water in here. We're going to blow all the water out with a leaf blower. Let it dry a second, and then we're going to put a new seal in this corner. So we have this Amramax gutter sealant. We're just going to take this and just kind of put a string of it along this old seal. It's a small enough old seal that we could just put it right over that seal. Kind of dab it on these screws. I'm going to take my water hose, just get my fingers kind of wet so that the sealant doesn't stick to my fingers. I'm just going to rub it in there. And now we're ready to put gutter guards on. All right, we have our final step. It's the most important. It's the gutter guard. These are the good gutter guards. We're done with those plastic ones. These ones are going to last a lot longer, and they're going to do a lot better job. They're going to stay in place a lot better. This is an aluminum self-locking small hole gutter guard. And what we're doing, you remember the old gutter guards went under the shingle? We're not going under the shingle. Instead, we have what's called a drip edge right down here inside the gutter. And we're gonna put it up against the drip edge and then push this little lip into the front of the gutter. And boom, like that, we have our aluminum self-locking guard in. This guard is not coming out of here in a storm. Things are gonna hit it. It's not gonna pop out of place. They're firm. This is a good guard. If you found this video useful, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. If you have questions, ask them down below in the comments. And if you would be interested in any of our services, please feel free to go to chapelgutter.com. The link is in the description above and below this video. And you can request an estimate. You can also give us a call. Thank you guys. Bye.